We work together good, so.
Never clashes at all, really?
Nah, we don't.
Hey guys, today we are joined with Seth Jacoby from PrimeLending. We're going to be talking about credit. So Seth, tell me about your day-to-day roles, what you do every day.
So yeah, I'm Seth. I work for PrimeLending, and I kind of got into the mortgage industry about 3 or 4 months ago. I've grown up watching my stepmom do mortgage all of her life, so I was very interested in that. Seeing how much of a difference it makes when people are making that huge purchase on their house. I really like the feeling of helping people out. Day to day, it kind of just, it really varies. Every day is a little different. It's one of those things where it's not a 9 to 5. It's whenever they need it.
Yeah, you work whenever you need to work. That's how I am too.
I know we're on the same page there.
What makes up a credit score and why is it important?
So there's 5 different things that really make up the credit score. Each of them play a little bigger role than others. The biggest one is going to be your payment history. So have you made your payments on time? How have you kept up with your payments? The third one's going to be length of credit history. So how long have you had that credit card open?
And longer is better, right?
Yeah. Fourth one is going to be what type is it? Is it revolving or is it an installment?
So what's the difference between those?
So revolving is never ending. So that's going to be your credit card. Stuff that is on and on and on. You can't ever pay that off as long as you have it open. Installment would be something that, like a car loan or a student loan. Or a mortgage for our case. That's the fourth one, and the fifth one's going to be an inquiry. Everybody likes to really focus on that one because it sounds bad when you an inquiry hit, but that's really 10% of your credit, so it's not a big part of your credit score. But yeah, that does play a little bit of a part when somebody pulls your credit.
How can people check their credit score?
So you can check your credit score yourself by going to credit.report.com. You can check for free a couple times for a year or something on the annual credit report. There's apps like Credit Karma that you can download that we highly suggest you use. But the thing about Credit Karma is it's not 100% accurate credit scores, but we suggest that you have it because it's a great way to gauge whether it's going up and down. So even if there is a 30-40% difference, if your score drops 20 for Credit Karma, then it's going to drop 20 for us too.
What are some tips or tricks or hacks or anything you know that can help people maintain their credit score or improve it?
So starting off, if you're 18 years old and you're just developing your credit, 18, 20, it doesn't really matter, there's no starting off age, but a minimum that we suggest is you have a mixture of 3 installment and revolving. So whether that be 2 credit cards and a car payment, that would be a good mix if you're staying on top of that. And that's not a maximum, that's not saying don't go over 3 lines. But that's a good starting minimum rule. Also, if you have a credit card or a balance, you don't want to go over a third of that. So if the credit card company says this card has a maximum of $900, try not to put more than $300 on.
How long do negative things stay on your credit score?
So yeah, that's
or credit report.
So yeah, I mean that's that question. It just
depends on what it is.
Depends on what it is, kind of. If you declare bankruptcy, that's going to stay on a little more than if you missed a car payment or something. Okay. There's definitely ways to move on and go forward and just stay on top of it moving forward. So you don't want to miss any more payments. Don't go over that third limit, but definitely stay on top of it.
What's the difference between a soft and a hard inquiry?
So a soft inquiry would be such as you getting a background report or something, or you pulling your own credit. It's not going to give you that true credit score, and it's not going to get you into a house. A hard inquiry is going to be where we're pulling from all 3 credit reports, and we're taking that middle number. But at the same time, inquiries are only 10% of what makes up your credit score. So you don't really want to focus too much on what an inquiry will do, and more of what can I do to where an inquiry doesn't affect my credit score. If you do everything else right in those other categories, then you don't really have to focus on the inquiry as much.
So I hear some internet personalities kind of talking about debt is bad, you should never get a credit card, never get a car loan, anything like that. You should pay it all off, close all your accounts, never do it again. What would be your response to that, or how do you feel about that?
So, in a perfect world, that would be great. Ideally, you want to pay for as much stuff cash as possible. I would say 99% of people are not buying a house with just cash.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, tell me about PrimeLending and what makes you all different than other mortgage companies or banks even.
So we are Kansas City's largest mortgage lender. So we're big enough to have all the products and the tools that we need to get you in that home that you need. We're very familiar with the market around here, so that's a plus. And we have great interest rates, and we can compete with almost anybody on those rates. So we're always available. You could be shopping on the weekend for a house when you're available, and that's when we're going to be there.
If people have any questions, how can they get in contact with you?
So my email is seth.jacoby@primelending.com, and my phone number is 816-785-9417.
Awesome. Well, thanks for talking to me.
No problem. I appreciate you having me out.